Alright, coach, we're taking a look here at Zaylie. She is in 8th grade. She is one of my online athletes, and they are in town from Texas. Alright, so we had 2 days to work together. We performed the same workout both times. Alright, so since I have limited time to work with her, I have to get across the most important things. Alright, so I see some technical aspects that I would like to fix here, such as the lead arm cutting across the body, and the trail leg, not executing too efficiently. But we don't have the time to nitpick at that. I need to make sure that she heads back to Texas, understanding how she's supposed to perform her workouts so that she's very steadily getting faster every single week. Alright, so there are 2 keys here. Alright, so first is for the marching popovers, and second is for the quick steps. So with these marching popovers, what you want to focus on is the rhythm. Alright, for everything that we do with these beginners, we got to focus on the rhythm. And so most important, right, we're always nitpicking at the technique, but most important is to ensure that she feels as if she's getting faster and faster. Not because she's trying to run faster, but because she's consistently putting her body in the better positions so that the speed is naturally created. Alright, so when they're doing these drills, of course, we want to swing the arms naturally. We want to maintain a forward lean, and we want to dorsiflex the ankles right on top of this crossbar. Alright, those are the 3 cues that I always give. Alright, and so that's all important, but we have to move past thinking about them. Alright, trust that they're there, but you have to go off the rhythm. Alright, and so you have to just hold good position and insist on holding that good position and allow it to happen. Allow the rhythm to happen. And so she did a pretty good job of that here. Alright, and as she goes home and she continues to perform these marching popovers, she needs to consistently remind herself that, regardless of the technique, regardless of how tall the hurdles are, and regardless of how far the hurdles are apart, she's always searching for the sensation that they're speeding up. Alright, so she's not taking much speed into the first hurdle, but by the 5th hurdle, it should feel like she did take a bit of speed because they naturally got faster. Alright, so for marching popovers, the cue that you want to give them is you say, okay, Zaylie, you'll know you're doing it right when the hurdles seem like they continue to get quicker and quicker. So the second one is quicker than the first, and then the third one is quicker, and the 4th one is quicker, and the 5th one is quicker. Right? That's how you know you're doing it right. So that was her cue. And it was enough to give us some quality reps to say that we got a pretty good workout in. Alright, and so now it's the same thing when we move on to these quick steps. Alright, let's watch this last rep here real quick. Marching popovers. We are not going to nitpick at the technique today, because for this beginner, it would be too much, alright, with the time that we have. Alright, so now, moving on to quick steps. Before we start, she got to do some standing starts, or some 3-point starts. And you can see here, that's not it. And so she had to do more. I didn't record them, but she had to do more until she was holding the intensity through the finish line. Right here, you see she eased up after the 2nd hurdle. 1 hurdle, 2 hurdle, let's chill, and that's not it. And so you have to make sure they're not taking this mentality to the hurdles, because if they do, then they'll get to this hurdle and they'll clear it, and then they'll get to the next hurdle and then they'll clear it, and then and that's not how you win races. That's how you can say you're a hurler, but you're not winning races like that. You're always sprinting to the finish line and the barriers are in your way. So here's the cue when you move on to quick steps. Alright, so this is, once again, because we have limited time. We wouldn't have even rushed to trying to be fast through these quick steps drills if I were working with her for a full 30 days. Alright, but since I want to make sure that she goes back to Texas, taking what she needs so that she can get these consistent results, I had to speed it up and teach her this today. Alright, so here is the cue. And this is for everybody, but most importantly for beginners. Alright, so she's trying to take so much speed over the first hurdle that the second hurdle feels too close. All right, it's real important to tell them that. All right, you're trying to move over this first hurdle so fast that the second hurdle immediately feels too close. Now, in this instance, it was too close because 21 feet is too close. She's having to chop down and she's getting way too close to the hurdles. And that's a good thing because all we do is move the hurdles apart. So now she's at 22 feet. And this is some nice, that's some nice hurdling. She's running over hurdles here. She's not concerning herself with the act of hurdling, but rather consistently running to the finish line. And that's what we want to ingrain here. And so, once again, her cue every single repetition was, right, this is quick steps drill, standing start in sneakers, and we're only taking a 6-step approach. 6 steps. And with those 6 steps, you want to take so much speed over hurdle 1 that hurdle number 2 immediately feels too close. All right, that's how you help your hurdlers have the best start in the game. All right, you're always moving right through that second hurdle, and then as you get better and advance, you'll move straight through the third hurdle. All right, and then the fourth hurdle and the fifth hurdle. Now you can see here at 23 feet apart, the rhythm is falling apart. Now that's 2 reasons. Number 1, because by the time we'd gotten to this rep, she'd already performed about 10 reps. All right, so fatigue is playing a very big factor here. But the second is that the hurdles are indeed further apart. And so the mistake would be to continue at this distance. That would be the error. That wouldn't be the error. She'll still get results, of course. It would slow the progress, okay? So she could take off 2/10, but if she has practices like this, instead she'll only take off 1/10, right? And I'd prefer to take off 2/10 every single race. And so we would not train at 23 feet until we have solidified this rhythm a little more. So let her get comfortable with 22 feet apart for 2 full sessions, right? 2 full sessions. One day, okay, every repetition was great. And then we're going to wait a whole nother day later in the week when we're going to do the same exact workout, same exact distance. And once again, they looked great. The rhythm looked great. Now let's move on to 23 feet. All right? And so it's important that you keep both of these things in mind. All right? You're consistently increasing the distance between hurdles until you find a rhythm, then they can hold best. At which distance can they actually run their fastest? Okay, now that's the rhythm that you need to start at and you need to ingrain. And then once that's solidified over a week or 2, now we move on to increasing the distance. And that's how this works all the way to the Olympic Games and a world record. Right? It's that simple. Keep the hurdles as close as necessary so they understand they're supposed to be running. It's not this competition of who clears this hurdle best. That's not it. It's not it. The gold medal goes to the athlete that crosses the finish line first, not to the athlete that looks best while clearing the hurdles. That's not how this works. All right, and so you have to develop those habits in practice. So, imagine 15 reps like this. What she'll end up believing is that she gets tired by the 5th hurdle, and that's not the case, because you can see here when the hurdles are 22 feet apart, she's not losing energy, she's not losing speed, and she's getting through all hurdles. And it's because, we didn't get to see it there, but it's because she wasn't having to think her way over the hurdles. She's just moving over them en route to the finish line, and that's the name of the game. All right, you're always sprinting to the finish line, and the hurdles are in your way. You're not running to and clearing hurdles. That's not it. You're always sprinting to the finish line, and the barriers are constantly in your way. So once again, a quick summary. With the marching popovers, tell them that they know they're doing it right when the hurdles get quicker and quicker and quicker. So hurdle number 2 is quicker, then 3 is quicker, then 4 is quicker, then 5 is quicker. All right? And then when it comes to the quick steps, right? We're moving with 6 steps through the first hurdle. Same thing with jammed hurdling. So if we're moving from the proper starting line back here and we had blocks, it would still be the same exact cue, right? You're not standing up for this first hurdle. You're running through it so fast so that hurdle number 2 immediately feels too close, right? If you can have them grasp that and execute it, you'll find that they all start finding rhythm a lot faster. All right, so this is Zaylie in town from Texas. All right, she got some very good sessions in. She's very talented, and so I'll keep you guys up to date with her progress this season. Questions, comments, let me know. I hope this is helping. Coach Cole signing out. Run faster, make them chase you.